Alright, Game Changers, welcome back to another video here today. I know a lot of you guys have already heard the news about the Season 3 delay for Black Ops 6 and also Warzone. And a lot of people have talked about it, but I wanted to put in my 2 cents and my thoughts on this whole thing because I think it is a big deal and it might not necessarily be a bad thing. I think it might be a good thing, but only if Activision delivers. As you guys have heard, Season 3 has been pushed back 2 weeks to April 3rd. Now, I know what you're thinking, that another delay, really? But hold up. And again, I want to reiterate that this delay might actually be a good thing. And guess what? A lot of players out there do agree with me. And we're going to be talking about why they agree and why I think it's actually a good thing. Okay, just a quick recap though. Activision dropped that bombshell on March 3rd via Twitter saying that Season 3 is a big moment for both games, meaning Black Ops 6 and for Warzone, and they're taking extra time to deliver a great experience. That's all we got officially, but the rumor mill's churning is saying that Verdansk is probably coming back and this delay might be tied to making it perfect. Of course, I have my own thoughts on Verdansk coming back. I mean, I'm not a huge Warzone player, to be honest. I dabble in it here and there, but I think that them bringing back Verdansk could be a good thing, but I don't think it's the savior that they are thinking that it's going to provide, because they think during that time when Verdansk was there was when Warzone was at its peak. And yes, it was at its peak, but again, the reason for that was during COVID times when a lot of people were at home and playing video games a lot more and were not at work as often, so they had that time, and that's why it peaked during that time, because of that popularity of that moment. And it was just an opportune time for Activision to have a battle royale and why it became as popular as it did. But before I talk about that, let's talk about where Call of Duty's at right now, because I think that's very important. Now, Black Ops 6 launched strong. It had a great campaign. You know, the solid multiplayer vibes were there, but it's been a rocky road since then. And when it comes to Warzone, my goodness, it's been a mess. You got bugs, hackers running wild. The servers have been absolutely horrendous, and a player count that's dropping faster than my KD after a long night. Like, seriously. The Steam numbers are also at some of the lowest ever for a CoD title post-launch. Season 2 tried to patch things up with quality of life fixes, but it skipped major new content for Warzone, and a lot of people were hungry for something bigger, and people are just dropping out because they're like, what is this? It should be getting better with each new update, but it seems to be getting worse. Now, Season 3 has been shaping up to be a big moment because they're trying to bring back Verdansk, right? It's been teased for, you know, that return in spring and this month, but players are now starving for that nostalgia hit. But here's the thing. If they were to rush it out on March 20th, which was the original date, and it launched broken, think server crashes, glitchy spawns, or worse, more cheaters, would that really bring the vibes back? I really don't think so. And a delay might sting, but a polished update could very well save this game. And this is everything that this game is banking on right now. Otherwise, it is huge trouble for Warzone. Honestly, Black Ops 6 as well. I mean, look at other games that pulled this off. You got Fortnite's OG season, bringing back the classic map that smashed player count records because it took the time to nail it. You got Apex Legends, Overwatch 2. They've done similar nostalgia plays, but with mixed results. But when they work, they work. Now, Call of Duty's community is on a knife edge right now, half ready to welcome Warzone back with open arms, half ready to call it DOA if it flops. A delay gives devs that extra breathing room to avoid a disaster launch. Now, think about how many times we've seen updates drop too early, riddled with issues. I mean, a perfect example is Cyberpunk 2077. Anyone? Even if CoD had its share of shaky launches, Black Ops Cold War Season 1 got delayed too, and it turned out fine. I mean, 2 weeks isn't forever, but it could mean the difference between a buggy Verdansk and a smooth drop into Stadium, and that's worth waiting for. And again, aside from Warzone, you got Black Ops 6 as well, so it's not just that battle royale, it's Black Ops 6 as well. But I want to reiterate one thing that I have seen that could be a problem. I think they should just separate them totally. I mean, you got Warzone, which is a separate game, and you got Black Ops 6 or Call of Duty in general, which is a separate game. Both of these should be different IPs, not involved together. I think when you look at another example, which is Apex Legends, that was a separate IP and it worked so successfully that I think Warzone would benefit from doing the same thing and be separated from Call of Duty. But again, going back to the point of people supporting this delay, one ex-user said, "I'd rather wait longer for a polished update than something unfinished, especially with Verdansk. A lot's at stake." And that's not a lone opinion. I mean, tons of posts echo this vibe, and players are tired of these half-baked updates. They want quality over speed, and I think that is something that really needs to be taken into consideration. I mean, even the Warzone diehards who live for the BR chaos. I mean, I have friends who play Warzone only, and every time I try to hop on the multiplayer, they're like, "You know what? Let's play Warzone." And I'm just like, okay, fine. But you know, it's not something that I particularly play all that much, but I play when my friends are online, but I don't play it like, it's not my go-to. And what's the general consensus of this is, if this delay means fewer hackers, better optimization, and a Verdansk that feels like that 2020 all over again, I think most folks are on board with that. And that's huge for a community that's been pretty vocal about COD struggles lately. But honestly, what's at stake here? Let's talk about Verdansk. I mean, when Warzone launched in March 2020, Verdansk was the heart of it all. And now it's 5 years later, and it's Warzone's 5th anniversary. Bringing it back, although is a massive play for Activision, it isn't just about nostalgia, it's about recapturing that magic when Warzone was the king of battle royales. But if the launch is busted, the dream's dead on arrival. I mean, the delay suggests that's how big the stakes are right now. And it's not just Warzone. Black Ops 6 is tied to this too. I mean, you got new maps coming, weapons, a fresh new battle pass. But if Season 3 flops, and it's just the free-to-play crowd that suffers, the premium players who shelled out Black Ops 6 feel it too. You got Activision playing defense here, trying to stop the bleeding from a rough few months, and a solid Season 3 could turn the tide and have players coming back, but only and only if they're able to make this huge play. But what's one of the biggest elephants in the room? Hackers. Warzone's been a cheater's paradise lately, and Black Ops 6 rank play isn't much better. The Ricochet anti-cheat is there, but honestly, it's a joke, and it's not enough. Players are just fed up with that. This delay could be a golden opportunity to beef up security and maybe tweak those detection models, ban more serial cheaters, or finally give us that cheater-free lobby that players have been begging for. Imagine dropping into Verdansk on April 3rd and it's actually fair, the servers work really well, and it's not a laggy mess, no aimbot snipers picking you off across the map, no wall hacks ruining your gulag clutch. If these 2 weeks to crack down on that is successfully implemented and we get smooth games without hackers and cheaters, then it's a game changer. Players have been loud about this, and Activision's gotta be listening. If not, then I don't know, Call of Duty's future is kind of looking very grim. All right, let's just zoom out for a second and kind of recap this whole thing. Call of Duty's at a crossroads. I mean, the player counts are dipping, the sentiment's soaring, and also the competition, you got Fortnite, Apex, that are heating up. Season 3 isn't just another update, it's a shot at redemption, and a polished Verdansk drop paired with a strong Black Ops 6 season could bring back those players and shut down that Call of Duty's dead narrative. But if they rush it, they are risking losing even more trust, and that's why this delay matters, and they gotta be successful. It's not just about the 2 weeks. It's about showing that they still care about quality and not just rushing out these games just for the sake of the money and the greed, because we know that's what Activision is all about. But if they can pull this off, players agreeing with this move proves that the community is willing to give them a chance, but patience isn't infinite. So April 3rd, it's gotta deliver. So there you have it. Black Ops 6 and Warzone Season 3's delay might just be the smartest move on Activision's part made in a while, and it's a chance to polish Warzone and Black Ops 6, tackle hackers and give us a season worth grinding. And players obviously in the community see the potential too. They're not all happy about it, but plenty are on board if that means a better game. Me, I'm cautiously optimistic because 2 weeks really isn't that much if you really think about it, but it could be enough if the game is much better than it is right now. What do you think? Are you guys cool with the delay, or are you raging at Activision right now? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear it all. What do you guys think about this? Are you guys upset about the 2-week delay, or are you guys happy if it means that they will provide better servers, hacker-free games, and just an overall better Call of Duty experience? Let me know all of that down in the comment section below. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you guys hit that like button. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell to be notified every single time I upload a video. Now with that being said, this is GCP signing off.